dusty corner of my mind, filled with every I miss you left behind. The ink is bleeding slightly from a monsoon in my soul. Each envelope a chapter I can no longer control. I'm sitting by the fire pit, watching dust turn into night, with a stack of all our yesterdays bathed in amber light. Your handwriting's a melody I used to know by heart. Now it's just a minor key slowly falling apart. And the lighter feels so heavy in my hand. A tiny sun to banish ghosts across this land. Do I let the past just smolder, let the memories turn gray, or do I give these paper promises away? I'm burning all letters tonight, watching forever curl and catch the light. The flames that dance and kiss and all the words we swore, turning I'll never leave you into nothing but a ghost. Yeah, I'm sending up smoke, a bittersweet perfume as my dearest turns to ashes in the gloom. I'm burning all letters, letting go of all the proofs of a love that lived its whole life on the roof of my heart. This one's from the winter, you traced a little heart in blue. Said you found it in the coffee foam and thought it must be true. This one's just a postcard from a trip you took alone. Wish you were here in cursive on a cool and distant stone. I can hear your voice between the lines, a soft familiar ache. Every promise that we made, every sweet mistake. But the pages are so brittle and the sentiment's grown cold. A story that was beautiful, but one that's gotten old. And the embers rise like fireflies, heading for the stars, carrying the fragments of the person that we are. A final slow release on the eve of something new. A funeral pyre for the me that was loved by you. I'm burning all letters tonight, watching forever curl and catch the light. The flames that dance and kiss and all the words we swore, turning I'll never leave you into nothing but a ghost. Yeah, I'm sending up the smoke, a bittersweet perfume as my dearest turns to ashes in the gloom. I'm burning all letters, letting go of all the proofs of a love that lived its whole life on the roof. Maybe smoke is just love's spirit, finally set free. All the weight of those words lifting off of me. The heat upon my face is like a last embrace before the quiet settles in this empty space. And when the fire dies down to a bed of glowing coals, I'll bury what remains deep inside my soul. Just ash now, soft and gray, nothing left for the wind to say. Burning all letters, watching them go. Running out the warmest light comes from letting something go. as the phone's blue glow. Thumb hovers on the digits I still know by muscle memory though. It's been 6 months and 20 days, or maybe 21, since I stopped being the person your good mornings would be for. My finger traces circles on the cold and lifeless glass, rehearsing conversations that I know will never pass. A stupid small addiction, this familiar worn out track, from my pillow to your voicemail, and the courage I still lack. And the ringtone's just a memory, a ghost inside my head that plays the sound of hope I know is clinically dead. My chest is just a hollow where the hello used to start, before it learned the silence of a disconnected heart. I'm dialing your number just to hear it not connect, to feel the cold automation, that digital neglect. The person you are calling, a recording gets it right. They're not available to me in the middle of the night. Yeah, I'm dialing your number like a prayer I can't complete, a phantom limb of habit, a ghost I have to meet, just to prove that you are really, truly, finally gone. With every single please leave a message when the pointless tone plays on. Sometimes I let it ring once just to see what I will feel. A single bouncing satellite searching for something real. It's a tiny private rebellion against the ending of the script. A flare sent up from shipwrecked shores on a voyage you've equipped. I've drafted 20 speeches in the darkness of my room, from angry accusations to apologies that bloom, but they die here on the dial pad as the call refuses to begin. Just a monument to everything I'll never say again. And it's not even you I'm calling, not the you are right now. It's the ghost of who you were to me, and I'm making my last bow to a love that's been archived in a place I can't access. Just 7 little numbers I can't seem to confess. I'm dialing your number just to hear it not connect, to feel that cold automation, that digital neglect. The person you are calling, a recording gets it right. They're not available to me in the middle of the night. Yeah, I'm dialing your number like a prayer I can't complete, a phantom limb of habit, a ghost I have to meet, just to prove that you are really, truly, finally gone. With every single please leave a message when the pointless tone plays on. One day they'll reassign it to a stranger in my town, and the final fragile thread I'm clinging to will break and tumble down. And I've nothing left to torture this nostalgic aching part, just the memory of dialing with a breaking, missing heart. Just dialing one more time, just to hear the empty line. Such a fool. 7 digits and the truth. You're your number. Hollowed out heartbeats, slow pop R&B, think set of scans and graphs, a steady rhythm ticking in the aftermath. Says just an echo chamber where the loneliness gets loud, but I swear I feel the vacancy beneath the marching crowd. The muscle does its duty, sends its signal to the deep, but the cavern where the feeling lived is somewhere I can't reach. It beats a hollow mantra, just a relic, just a sound in the space where your name used to be the only noun. I can feel the thump, thump, thump against the cage, turning every quiet moment to an empty, silent stage. But the orchestra has left, the melody has flown, just the rhythm of the ruin playing all alone. These hollowed out heartbeats, echoing where you used to be. The metronome for missing you is slow and steady ache, with nothing left to fill the space. Every pulse creates just hollowed heartbeats in a chest that's turned to stone, pumping phantom feelings to a body on its own. Always keeping me alive, but it's forgetting how to start. These hollowed out, these empty hollowed out beats in the dark. I felt it when you left, a visceral and sudden theft, like a symphony conductor took their baton and just left. The strings all fell to silence and the brass just lost its breath. Now the drum just marks the measure of a living walking death. It flutters at a love song, a weak and ghostly try to remember how to flutter for a reason, for a why. But it's just a hollow knocking like a fist against a door to a room that isn't there, that isn't possible anymore. I listen in the stillness with my hand upon my chest, to the vacancy it's keeping, to the emptiness it's blessed. It's a beautiful loud nothing, it's the loudest kind of quiet, fueling this internal solitary riot. These hollowed out heartbeats, echoing where you used to be. A metronome for missing you, slow and steady, with nothing left to fill the space. Every pulse creates just hollowed out heartbeats in a chest that's turned to stone, pumping phantom feelings to a body on its own. It's keeping me alive, but it's forgetting how to start. These hollowed out, these empty hollowed out heartbeats in the dark. Someday maybe something will wander instead. I rearranged the furniture, I painted all the walls. I took down every photograph from these haunted empty halls. I bought a brand new mattress and I changed the telephone ring. Chased away the tangible of every single thing. But the air is still a prison for the words we didn't say. A canyon in the quiet at the closing of the day. And no matter where I stand now in this silence crisp and new, I'm lost inside the echo of the last I love you. I hear it in the drip, drip of the kitchen faucet side. In the distant freeway murmur like a whispered soft goodbye. It's the resonance of absence, a frequency so low. It vibrates in the foundations of the life I used to know. Now I'm lost in echoes, echoes, shadows of the sound of your laughter bouncing off the floors of this unsteady ground. Keep turning corners, thinking I might finally break free. But the memory of your voice just comes and wraps itself around me. Yeah, I'm lost in echoes, echoes. Can't find my way back home. 'Cause home was just the space between your whispered words and my own. Every step I take just multiplies the lonely noise. I'm just a girl lost in echoes with the ghost of all our joys. I try to fill the cavern with the volume of a crowd, with meaningless connections, conversations much too loud. But when the party's over and the last friend says goodnight, the quiet rushes back in with a much more brutal might, and amplifies the single sigh you left there on the stair. The echo of your footstep on the wood that's laid so bare. It's a phantom wave that crashes in a never-ending loop, and I'm just a drowning sailor in a overwhelming soup. It's the science of our ending, a simple law of space, a sound that can't diminish in this empty, hollow place. It just keeps on reflecting off the walls inside my mind, leaving the present version of my future so far behind. Now I'm lost in echoes, echoes, shadows of the sound of your laughter bouncing off the floors of this unsteady ground. Keep turning corners, thinking I might finally break free. But the memory of your voice just comes and wraps itself around me. I'm lost in echoes, echoes. Can't find my way back home. 'Cause home was just a space between your whispered words and my own. Every step I take just multiplies the lonely noise. I'm just a girl lost in echoes with the ghost of all our joys. Maybe an echo dies when it runs out of things to touch, when every surface softens and doesn't matter much. So I'm patting all the corners, I'm hanging tapestries, trying to muffle the past in the hope of finding peace. But my own heart is the hardest surface, solid and so clear. And your love is the loudest thing it ever learned to hear. Lost in it. against the pillow, and I reach across the space. A muscle memory habit, searching for your face. My arm falls through the nothing, a familiar cruel descent to the cold side of the mattress where my hope gets spent. I can feel the weight of you, the dip you left behind, the imprint of your body still etched into my mind. The neurologist called it a trick, a cruel and faulty word, but she ain't never felt a ghost of your specific fire. 'Cause I swear I feel your fingers laced in mine, a phantom grip, the brush of your stubble against my seeking lip. It's a detailed, vivid nothing, a sensation sharp and true. The most real thing I feel is the absence of you. This phantom limb love, it won't let me be. It's just for a touch my eyes can no longer see. I go to hold your hand and I'm clutching at the air, treating empty space like it's still right there. Oh, this phantom limb love, it's a cruel sweet pain, sends a shock through my heart when I hear your name. My soul's still reaching for a part that they cut away, a phantom me every day. I'll be walking down the sidewalk, feel you swinging by my side, your shadow keeping pace with my uneven stride. I'll turn to say something and the world just goes still. The phantom limb contracts with a painful learned skill. It's in the grocery aisle, reaching for your favorite tea, or setting 2 plates out, though it's only gonna be me. This ghost of us is living in my nerves and in my bones. I love my body won't accept that it now owns alone, and the brain it can't rewire, can't accept the severance. Keep sending signals out to a closed-off residence of warmth and conversation, of a future that we planned, to a phantom limb of love that won't unhold my hand. This phantom limb love, it won't let me be. It's just for a touch my eyes can no longer see. I go to hold your hand and I'm clutching at the air, treating empty space like it's still right there. Oh, this phantom limb love, it's a cruel sweet pain, sends a shock through my heart when I hear your name. My soul's still reaching for a part that they cut away, a phantom me every day.
In the basement of my mind, where the dust and memories sleep.
A projector's humming, promises it's sworn to keep. It spools up all the better times on side of gray, and paints your ghost in silver light at closing of the day. There's the real from Coney Island, cotton candy on your chin. You're laughing at the seagulls as the boardwalk lights begin. It flickers at the edges now, a jump cut in the scene, a flaw in the emotion of the might have been and should have been. And the motor sounds a lullaby, a static gentle roll, as I watch our love story I've rewound 100 times before. But the colors slowly leaching, turning everything to blue, a silent movie hero slowly fading out of view. These flickering film reels, playing in the dark, projecting all the fragments of the spark. It's a beautiful decay, a sentimental haze of our sunny afternoon, all lost in loving days. Yeah, these flickering film reels, they're all I have to hold, a narrative in sepia, a story growing old. With every pass the splices break, the image grows more faint, just flickering film reels of a love without a pain. Here's the scene I can't let go, our last night in the flat. The argument in whispers, you're wearing that old hat. The footage slows and trembles like the camera knew the end. It lingers on your suitcase by the door, my only friend. I try to edit backwards, try to splice it to the start, to the reel of our first kiss that once could stop my heart. But the tape just keeps on running to the empty final frame, a white light on a white wall, just quietly screaming your name. And I'm the lonely keeper of this fragile failing art, protecting this museum of a broken scattered heart, from the vinegar syndrome, from the final total fade, holding on to shadows that the projector made. These flickering film reels, playing in the dark, projecting all the fragments of the spark. It's a beautiful decay, a sentimental haze of our sunny afternoon, all lost in loving days. Yeah, these flickering film reels, they're all I have to hold, a narrative in sepia, a story growing old. With every pass the splices break, the image grows more faint, just flickering film reels of a love without a pain. Someday the bulb will burn out, the final frame will catch and tear, and all that moving beauty will just vanish in the air, leaving nothing but the smell of dust and old machine oil, and the quiet understanding of a love that knew it'd spoil. But until that fatal sputter, until the mechanism fails, I'll live inside the flicker of these bittersweet lost tales. Ooh, flicker, fade. Ooh, I see you still, flicker, fade. phone's a digital graveyard, a museum of the end. Scrolling back through pixelated messages, I can't pretend. Just notifications, just a bunch of ones and zeros. 'Cause every thinking of you, babe, still feels like a hero. It's a library of longing in a sleek and glassy case, with the search bar that leads straight to the ache upon my face. I've got folders of your laughter, voice memos of your sighs, and 1,000 archive moments shining in my tired eyes. I should delete the cloud space, let the caches clear away, but I keep them like a coward, revisiting the day when every single lie text felt like a sacred vow. Now they're just archived. I love you's collecting digital dust now. Got a vault of words, I gotta love you. Still with the password that I always knew was you. They're just data on a server in some cold and distant tower, but they held the sun and moon back in their hour. Yeah, these archives all I love you. They don't mean a thing at all, just a ghost of validation before the final fall. I can't press and send on memory, can't drag this love to trash, so I just rewrite the archive as my new dreams turn to ash. Here's the one from your lunch break, a heart beside my name. Here's the one sent at midnight that set my soul aflame. The grammar's kinda sloppy, the autocorrect's a mess, but they built a whole religion I was desperate to confess. Now I'm just an archaeologist of my own heart's crash site, reading ancient declarations by the blue glow of the night, interpreting the emojis, the tone I can't quite hear, looking for the moment that the forever turned to fear. And the dates are just timestamps of a version of myself who believed those 3 small words were more than fleeting wealth. Now they're evidence for no one in a trial that's long been done, just archived. I love you, shining like a phantom sun. Got a vault of archives, I love you. Still with the password that I always knew was you. They're just data on a server in some cold and distant tower, but they held the sun and moon back in their hour. Yeah, these archives I love you. They don't mean a thing at all, just a ghost of validation before the final fall. I can't press and send on memory, can't drag this love to trash, so I just rewrite the archive as my new dreams turn to ash. One day the service will update, the format will corrupt, and every precious syllable will finally be abrupt, erased by time's progression, attend the logical side, and maybe that's a mercy, the final true goodbye. Till then I've got the screenshot of a feeling pure and deep, a love that now exists just where the broken servers sleep. Of my phone, I know the exact dimension memories of the empty in this room. Got a surveyor's tape for measuring the quiet and the gloom. The distance from the sofa to the place you'd hang your coat is 27 steps in a throat that's learned to choke. I've triangulated silence from the corners of the bed to the echo in the shower where your favorite song was said. I'm a cartographer of nothing with a compass set on loss, drawing up the blueprints for the shape you're leaving crossed. And I chart the cold territories, the new geography of a life rearranged by your departing sea. Every landmark's a memory, every contour is a sigh in the silence of the answer to the question why. I'm mapping your absence, drawing lines in the air, connecting the dots so that you used to be there, with a pen made of memory on a page made of night, tracing the outlines that used to hold you tight. Yeah, I'm mapping your absence, a slow, careful art, charting the canyons you left in my heart. Every coordinate's a place I can't go, just mapping the absence. There's a valley in the kitchen where your coffee cup would steam, a mountain range of pillows where you'd whisper through a dream. The coastline of the dinner table's jagged, cracked and worn, since the continent of us was brutally shorn. I measured depth and shadows that the afternoon sun makes in the distance that a single unmade promise takes. This cartography's cruel with the legend I design. Here there be monsters in the spaces you left behind. Scale is 1-to-1 with this aching in my chest. Every inch on the map puts my longing to the test. North is always yesterday, south is what's to come, east is where I'm broken and west is where I'm numb. I'm mapping your absence, drawing lines in the air, connecting the dots so that you used to be there, with a pen made of memory on a page made of night, tracing the outlines that used to hold you tight. Yeah, I'm mapping your absence, a slow, careful art, charting the canyons you left in my heart. Every coordinate's a place I can't go, just mapping the absence. They say all maps are fiction, story we believe to make the wild unknown a little easier to receive. So maybe this is just my story, my way to understand the unmappable, uncharted, shifting, sinking land where you once stood, solid as a city, bright and vast. Now just a phantom, latitude, a border from the past. Mapping, charting the nowhere. No legend for this, just the empty terrain, just the map of your reign. And me that remain. size feels like a canyon, a vast and lonely sea, where your body used to anchor, right here next to me. A starfish in the center, try to claim it as my own, but I'm just driftwood on a mattress, unanchored and alone. I keep to my old quadrant, the left side by the wall, as if respecting borders could make me not miss you at all. But the right side's a continent of cold and crumpled sheet, a monument to mornings where our tangled feet would meet. I bought new higher thread count, like better sheets could heal the absence in the fabric, the emptiness I feel. But no cotton soft enough to quiet down the dread that settles in the silence of this big, this empty bed. This empty bed, this ocean of untouched. She where the ghost of your warmth and my lonely heartbeat. It's too many pillows for just one head. Too much space for the things I should have said. Yeah, this empty bed, it's a cold room at night, where I'm tried by the shadows and the soft lamplight. For every fall, for every fight we didn't win, in this kingdom of cotton I'm drowning. This empty bed. The alarm goes off for no one, just a single blaring sound, echoing in a space where two alarms were always found. I'll find a stray black hair sometimes, coiled on your pillowcase, a fossil from a lifetime, a memory I can't erase. And I'll clutch it like a lifeline in the pale and morning gray, before I smooth your side out and I face another day. Perform to make believe that I'm not making it with grief, that the other side just resting and not a sheer cliff like relief. It's the stage where I replay every tender word we spoke, and the final awful argument that left our promise broke. The same four walls bear witness to the love and to the bled, but now they just stare back at me from round this empty bed. This empty bed, this ocean of untouched. She where the ghost of your warmth and my lonely heartbeat. It's too many pillows for just one head. Too much space for the things I should have said. Yeah, this empty bed, it's a cold room at night, where I'm tried by the shadows and the soft lamplight. For every fall, for every fight we didn't win, in this kingdom of cotton I'm drowning in this empty bed. They say time will shrink it, that I'll grow to fill the space, that one day I'll stretch out and I'll see a phantom face. But for now it's my whole world, this island of the blue, a sea of cold percale where I'm still missing you. And the bravest thing I do each night is turn the lamp off and pretend first midnight stretch of road, the one you took the evening that a fragile story closed. I drive it slow on Fridays with the windows rolled down cold, retracing the departure of the future I was sold. The asphalt's just a timeline, each mile marker a year of the plans we spoke in whispers with your hand in shifting gear. Now I'm just a shadow in a car you'll never see, haunting our old landmarks where your ghost still talks to me. And my headlights cut the same dark that yours did on the fleet, illuminating nothing that was ever meant for me. Just the fading of the picture, the dissolving of the us in the rearview of your choices in a cloud of fading dust. And now I'm chasing faded taillights down a highway in my mind, two red points of anger getting smaller all the time, a punctuation mark of you receding into black on a road that only leads me one way further back. Yeah, I'm chasing faded taillights, a fool's errand in the dark, trying to close a distance that was written from the start. You're a quarter mile ahead in a car I'll never catch. You're chasing faded taillights till my own resolve to take shit. I passed the all-night diner where we split a piece of pie and argued over movie plots beneath a plastic sky. I see your silhouette still pressed against the booth's cracked red, a permanent mirage of every single word we said. The engine hums a low song, a Meliglade drone, as I drive straight through the pothole that we hit when we were one. It jolts me just the same, but the passenger seats just stare, and the pain is no one's hand to hold, no one's smile to share. And maybe I'm not chasing you, not really, not the man, but the version of the future that evaporated from our plan, the one where we kept driving towards some brighter promised dawn, instead of me just driving with my past lights on. And now I'm chasing faded taillights down the highway in my mind, two red points of anger getting smaller all the time, a punctuation mark of you receding into black on a road that only leads me one way further back. Yeah, I'm chasing faded taillights, a fool's errand in the dark, trying to close a distance that was written from the start. You're a quarter mile ahead in a car I'll never catch, just chasing faded taillights till my own resolve to taste. One day I'll take an exit, find a road I've never known, where the street signs are memories and I can drive alone without watching for your signal, without racing your design, and your taillights will just vanish in the morning's brand new shine. Chasing, fading through just a speck in the night, two red eyes, just chasing till my own gas runs dry. Just chasing faded taillights My skin's got a memory, a detailed stubborn braille, etched in every whisper, in the shadow of each nail. The callus on your pointer finger from the way you'd hold your pen, the exact weight of your palm on the small of my back. And then the way your thumb would trace my jawline when you thought I was asleep. I'm at my body memorized, a promise it would keep. Now my nerves are just historians in the museum of the past, cataloging sensations that were never meant to last. But the tour guide's tired and the exhibits ache, every phantom cardle is an 'Cause I'm trying to unlearn your touch, delete the data that I needed way too much. Forget the way your fingers felt like home against my skin, and let this empty space where you have always been begin. Yeah, I'm trying to unlearn your touch. It's a rehabilitation that I hate so much, 'cause my body's still repeating every lesson that you taught, and I'm failing every class on how to be untouched. I flinch at strangers' brushes on the subway in a crowd, 'cause my system's calibrated to a touch that was allowed only by you, only a specific heat and grace. Now any other contact is a cold and foreign place. My hand still reaches sideways in the dark, expecting yours to find its perfect counterpart, to settle old sweet scores. And when it finds a cool sheet of fresh grief hits the spot, reminding me of everything my skin has not forgot. It's a cellular betrayal, a deep and wiring lie, telling me you're coming back with every sunset sky. How do I rewire what was built to feel you near? How do I convince my flesh that you disappeared? 'Cause I'm trying to unlearn your touch, delete the data that I needed way too much. Forget the way your fingers felt like home against my skin, and let this empty space where you have always been begin. Yeah, I'm trying to unlearn your touch. It's a rehabilitation that I hate so much, 'cause my body's still repeating every lesson that you taught, and I'm failing every class on how to be untouched. Maybe touch is just a habit, a muscle memory, and if I go cold turkey, someday I'll be free to let a new hand teach my skin a different alphabet, a language without you in it, one I haven't learned yet. But tonight my skin's a textbook, and every page is you, and the homework is a loneliness I don't know how to do. Open to a hollow, oil stained dark, a single bulb swinging lazy, making shadows leave their mark. And there it sits beneath the canvas, covered gray with dust and time, a monument to Sunday drives and plans we used to design. I pull the sheet off gentle, like I'm pulling back the past, revealing chrome and memories not built to ever last. The scent of old leather and the gas you swore you'd change. It's me in this concrete cathedral, feels so bitter and so strange. The keys still hang on a hook by the door, cold and obsolete, a symbol of a freedom that's now phantom incomplete. I slide into the driver's seat, the vinyl's cold as stone, and I'm just another ghost here in a place you used to own. There's a ghost driving slow.
Trying to find a vantage more. You were mad for just a minute, then you laughed until you cried. Said it gave the thing some character with me right by your side. Now the character's just damage, a flaw upon the steel, a story with no punchline that the passing years can't heal. I turned the key halfway just to watch the dashboard glow, light up all the promises we pretended we could tow. The engine won't turn over, the body's long been dead. A metaphor so obvious, it's clanging in my head. For love that lost its spark, for a journey that's been through, and a ghost that can't remember how to carry me and you. There's a ghost in the garage, and it ain't the car, it's the echo of your laughter, it's the person that we are in the rear view, in the quiet of this four-wheel metal tomb, where we mapped out all our futures in the comfortable shared gloom. Yeah, there's a ghost in the garage, in the empty passenger side, where you'd ride with your feet up, with nothing left to hide. Now the radio just plays the static of the miles we'll never go, with the ghost in the garage, and a heart driving slow. One day they'll come and tow it for scrap or parts or sale, and the shell of what carried us will finally hit the trail, and the ghost will have no vessel, no leather seat to haunt, just the memory of an engine that once answered everyone. But till then, in the twilight, I'll come and sit a while with the ghost of who you were, and the ghost of my old smile. Just you and me, a ghost in the garage. Click. The house is quiet, the clock is ticking slow. 1 year gone by since I watched you go. I rearranged the furniture, painted every wall, but I still see your shadow in the empty hall. I gave away your records, the ones we used to spin, but I still hear the music. Where do I begin to unlearn every moment, every silent laugh we shared, to pretend I didn't notice that you stopped caring? And I'm trying to move on, but every street light is a spotlight where we used to run. I'm breathing, yeah, the air is cold and new, but I close my
tell me that time heals all wounds, a cliche I despise. 'Cause every time I look into a stranger's eyes, I'm searching for a familiarity, a flicker of light that vanished from your gaze on that final endless night. I still keep my phone volume up, just a little high, just in case your name flashes or a ghost text flies by. The habit I can't break, a pathetic, desperate plea for a closure I know now will never set me free. And I'm trying to move on, but every street light is a spotlight where we used to run. I'm breathing, yeah, the air is cold and new, but I close my eyes for just 1 second and I still see you. Still see your smile, faded photograph, still hear your voice in the silence of the aftermath. My heart is broken, split right down the seams, haunted by the ghosts of what we used to be. Maybe I don't wanna let you go, maybe the pain is the only love I know. It's an anchor in my chest, a heavy sinking weight, a beautiful memory, a terrible lonely fate. To live in this between, this permanent goodbye, just waiting for the day the image starts to die. And I'm trying to move on, but every street light is a spotlight where we used to run. I'm breathing, yeah, the air is cold and new, but I close my eyes for just 1 second and I'm still seeking, and I still see your smile, faded photograph, still hear your voice in the silence of the aftermath. My heart is broken, split right down the seams, haunted by the ghosts of what we used to be. I still see you, I still see you. In my dreams, in the rain, in my rearview, it's a quiet house, but you're in every room. Still see you, still see you. The morning sun cuts through the dusty glass, highlighting all the things that didn't last. Like the good morning note stuck to the fridge with tape. Now just a fading memory I can't escape. I'm sitting at the counter, your side is clean and bright, while my cup is still here from last night. A cold dark ring etched into the wood, a perfect circle where our love once stood. And these are yesterday's coffee stains, the only proof that something real remains. A bitter reminder of the proof that something real remains. A bitter reminder of the taste we shared, of promises we whispered before you got scared. I wipe and save, oh, they don't disappear, just like the echo of you say. I love you in my head, just stays dark and deep in the grain. Yesterday's coffee stains. The first time that we sang it, the notes just seemed to merge. A natural crescendo, a beautiful rise and surge. You took the low part, I took the higher line. A perfect interlocking, a seamless design. We never missed a beat there, never a flat tone. We made a symphony out there, all on our own. Now I'm standing by the mic, the room is cold and vast, living with the memory of a harmony built to last. And now I'm singing half a harmony, sharp and empty, only half of me. The melody is lonely, it doesn't sound right, lost in the silence of the stage light. Just a solitary singer trying to find the key to a song we wrote for two eternally. I'm hitting all the right notes, but it's still just a lie, 'cause without your voice beside mine, the music just died. Tucked in a dusty case, I trace the pencil marks, your handwriting's grace. You always wrote those soft dynamics, gentle and subdued, while I push the volume higher. Our temperaments reviewed, we fit together, a balance hard to find, a rhythm section that we left behind. I try to sing your verses, but the timber's all wrong. I can't fake the feeling, the soul of our song. Now I'm singing half a harmony, sharp and empty, only half of me. The melody is lonely, it doesn't sound right, lost in the silence of the stage light. Just a solitary singer trying to find the key to a song we wrote for two eternally. I'm hitting all the right notes, but it's still just a lie, 'cause without your voice beside mine, the music just died. They say the show must go on, the music has to play, but the standing ovation doesn't take the pain away. The sound engineer is asking if the levels are okay. How do I tell him half my sound walked out today? How do I explain the echo that's in my chest, the second vocal track that I love the best? And now I'm singing half a harmony, sharp and empty, only half of me.
the music just died. Half the harmony, just air and space where you used to be. It's a broken the city's fast asleep, but the promises you made are promises I keep. Not framed on walls, not tucked within a book, but every single place I dare to look is a mirror of the moment you let go. A silent film reel running soft and slow. I'm walking through the motions of the day, trying hard to find the words I wanna say. But I can't speak. My voice is paralyzed by the truth I see behind your empty eyes. You left the love and took the easy way. Now I wear regret every single day. It's a heavy coated jacket made of stone, keeping me cold, chilling to the bone. A threadbare memory you left behind, the only souvenir I couldn't leave behind. The silk dress feels like armor on my skin, remembering the night we let the future in. We danced on air, the world was spinning fast. A fragile, perfect moment built to last. But the music faded, the lights began to rise, and I saw the sudden stranger in your eyes. You didn't run, you just slowly disappeared, confirming everything I ever feared. And I can't speak. My voice is paralyzed by the truth I see behind your empty eyes. You left the love and took the easy way. Now I wear your regret every single day. It's a heavy coated jacket made of stone, keep me cold, chilling to the bone. A threadbare memory you left behind, the only souvenir I couldn't leave behind. I'm trapped inside this wardrobe of your shame, calling out an echo of my former name. I don't know how to take this garment off. The fabric's woven from a silent scarf. It clings to me tighter than a lover's hand, a language that I cannot understand. Why won't you take this burden back from me and finally just set me free? 'Cause I can't speak. My voice is paralyzed by the truth I see behind your empty eyes. You left the love and took the easy way. Now I wear your regret every single day. It's a heavy coated jacket made of stone, keep me cold, chilling to the bone. A threadbare memory you left behind, the only souvenir I couldn't leave behind. Wearing your regret, soaking wet with tears you never cried. It's on my shoulders, it's on my heart, and I can take it all.
simple sentence feels impossibly far. It's a postcard from the past, a memory stained with tears, a time capsule of happier years. The sun is shining in the picture, the sky is ocean blue. And before I lost you, the paper's thin, but the weight is crushing me. A simple piece of cardboard defining history, just words in a picture of a life we made to last. A silent screaming postcard from the past. The message is so simple, just a happy little note about the perfect weather, the finest wine we bought. I remember the laughter as we picked that very card. Now every word I read just hits me twice as hard. I can smell the salt in the air, feel the sand on my feet, the illusion that our story was always gonna be sweet. You signed it with a heart and a little PS I love you, a final documentation of when everything felt true. It's a postcard from the past, a memory stained with tears, a time capsule of happier years. The sun is shining in the picture, the sky is ocean blue. Before I lost you, the paper's thin, but the weight is crushing me. A simple piece of cardboard defining history, just words and a picture of a life we made to last. A silent screaming postcard from the past. I hold it in my hand, scared to let it go. It's the only physical proof left of the love I know. Do I pin it to the fridge, a monument to pain, or bury it forever hidden from the rain? It's not a final letter, just a casual hello from a person I miss more than I let myself show. It's a postcard from the past, a memory stained with tears, a time capsule of happier years. The sun is shining in the picture, the sky is ocean blue. Before I lost you, the paper's thin, but the weight is crushing me. A simple piece of cardboard defining history, just words and a picture of a life we made to last. A silent screaming postcard from the past, postcard from the past. The future never came, the love didn't last. Wish you were here, wish you were The gallery on the wall is a timeline of our fall, from engagement smiles to Christmas in the hall. I took your picture down from the bedside tabletop, replaced it with the ocean view right where the memory stops. But the nail hole is still there, a tiny piercing wound in the drywall of a life we carelessly marooned. I can't escape the shadows that they used to cast, a museum of a future that dissolved into the past.
Scroll through my camera roll, the digital archive of the day. 1,000 perfect moments running through my head. The frames are full of laughter, the kind you can't fake. Before the foundation started to crack and break, we looked so right together, a perfect composition. Now I'm in this solo frame, a lonely disposition. I zoom in on your face, try to find the sign. The moment that you decided you wouldn't stay in mine. And now I just have frames without you, empty wooden borders. What am I supposed to do? They hold the empty air where your eyes used to be, just glass and dust and silent misery. I see the ghost reflections, the light we used to share, a perfect little picture that was never really there, just empty spaces where the happiness hung, a silent broken song we never finished sung. Maybe I should fill them with pictures of the sky or famous works of art, anything to get by. But the size is always wrong, the proportions never fit. Just like my life without you, every single bit. I guess I'll leave them empty, a modern minimalist display of everything that walks right out and went away. And now I just have frames without you, empty wooden borders. What am I supposed to do? They hold the empty air where your eyes used to be, just glass and dust and silent misery. I see the ghost reflections, the light we used to share, a perfect little picture that was never really there, just empty spaces where the happiness hung, a silent broken song we never finished sung. Frames without you, empty rooms, what can I do? Just frames without you, you so empty, so It's been months since you left, but I refuse to let it go. The piece of furniture that hurts me so, sitting in the corner, worn leather, deep and brown. The only place in this whole house you ever settled down. I could move it to the basement, throw a sheet over its head, but the ending of your body is still there instead. I touch the armrest where your hand used to rest, putting myself through the silent, aching test. It's still your favorite chair, an empty throne, the only part of you that won't leave me alone. It's hollow now, just springs and dust and air, a monument of memory sitting right there. I half expect to see you with your book and your coffee mug, a ghost in the cushions giving me one last hug. But it's just leather, cold and hard and bare, and it's still your favorite chair. I tried to sit in it just the other day, hoping a part of your essence might have stayed. It felt too big, the wrong shape, uncomfortable and strange. My body just doesn't fit into the range of comfort that you carved out over all these years. The smell of your cologne still brings me to tears. It's not just wood and stuff, and it's a time
It's still your favorite chair, an empty throne, the only part of you that won't leave me alone. It's hollow now, just springs and dust and air, a monument of memories sitting right there. I half expect to see you with your book and your coffee mugs, a ghost in the cushions, giving me one last hug. But it's just leather, cold and hard and bare, and it's still your favorite. Should've sell it online, a secondhand mistake. Erase the history for my own sanity's sake, but giving it away feels like I'm giving up on us, turning our whole love into a pile of dusty fuss. So it stays right where it is, a silent sentinel of a story that ended, a final cruel farewell. It's still your favorite chair, an empty throne, the only part of you that won't leave me alone. It's hollow now, just springs and dust and air, a monument of memories sitting right there. I half expect to see you with your book and your coffee mug, a ghost in the cushions, giving me one last hug. But it's just leather, cold and hard and bare, and it's still your favorite chair. Your favorite chair, still waiting for you to be there. An empty chair, just there. The silence used to be peaceful, a comfortable space. Now it's a canvas for sounds I can't erase. Every laugh we share, every whispered little vow, they bounce off the walls and they're hitting me now. This room is haunted, not by ghouls in the dark, but by the perfect cushions of a broken heart. I stuffed the cushions, I drew the curtains tight, but I still hear the symphony of the final fight. My chest is an echo chamber, ringing out your name. Every beat is a reminder of the dying flame, a hollow space where a perfect love once stood. Now a resonant canyon in this lonely neighborhood. I plug my ears, but the sound is coming from within, a loop of how are you and where have you been, a never-ending replay of the final falling apart, living in the echo chamber of my heart. They say I should talk about it, let the feelings out, but all I hear when I try is your final shout. The slamming of the front door, the key dropping on the wood, a short sharp sound bite overused to be so good. I turn the TV louder, put headphones on my ears, trying to drown the memory of all those wasted years. But the frequency is internal, it's a channel I can't switch, stuck on the same sad static, the same emotional glitch. My chest is an echo chamber, ringing out your name. Every beat is a reminder of the dying flame, a hollow space where a perfect love once stood. Now a resonant canyon in this lonely neighborhood. I plug my ears, but the sound of you happy, even if the current recording is scrappy and unhappy. Ooh, the pain is a feeling.